Hello, everybody. Well, and wait for YouTube to kick in. Come on. There we go. Hello, everyone. We are live. We currently have the temperature sensor is reading 25 degrees. It hasn't read that in well over a week. Anyway, it's time for... Wait, what's the start break button for? Oh, that's actually good. Anyway, time for me to hit the... Let me just get the game up and running. I have snacks. $148 megs. Probably stuff from for the Dragon Quest collab. Anyway, we are waiting. Oh, cool that you redeemed for the first on that Ollie. You get VIP for the stream. Silly Billy. Ah, good to know. I'm currently loading it into the game because I need to do a little check. Also, I don't know why it's starting to lag now again, but I know exactly. I have an idea. Anyway, for now, I will go ahead and put it into BRB for a second while I run a video for the charity.
Video games inspire joy. They represent an opportunity for us to connect with each other through activity and story. Kids receiving medical treatment often have only a few outlets. With massive support from the gaming community, we have delivered hundreds of go-karts to healthcare facilities around the world, enabling more than 5 million gaming experiences annually. We have
So seeing Master Chief walk through the halls with Gamers Outreach team today was kind of an outer body experience. I mean, I don't know who was more excited, the staff we walked by or the patients that we linked up with.
It was very encouraging to see how impactful games could be for helping people heal, for helping people be in the moment instead of thinking about what they're dealing with, what they're going through.
Just seeing what the power of video games, what this go-kart, and what Halo and Master Chief can bring to these patients, to see Paxton the way he did light up when we entered the room.
I've witnessed the amazing power of gaming in the past couple years. I've been at Seattle Children's for 32 years. The Gamers Outreach carts have been an amazing addition to our hospital. They are so mobile and so easy to maneuver and store and get into tight spaces.
When I roll in with the go-kart, it's always a look of amazement. You know, when you check in and ask what console they want, if the note that didn't have enough details or something like that, you know, you could say, I'm going to come bring you an Xbox, but the sight of the nice screen and the newest console, it's always a, oh wow, awesome. I've been a gaming specialist at 3 different hospitals for about 8 years, and I can say with confidence that Gamers Outreach is the backbone of the therapeutic gaming field. It's just an amazingly easy and efficient way to deliver the most robust video game technology to kids in the hospital.
When there are people that need help, when there are people who need to be uplifted, when there are people who need to be taken care of, Spartans answer the call, and we know that the work that Gamers Outreach does helps people. I'm gonna ask that you suit up and that you join with me.
This is a Gamers Outreach cart, or go-kart for short. It's a portable video game kiosk.
Alright, I'm back. And in case you wonder, yes, the game is working. But there's one thing I need to do real quick because I forgot it was Saturday and it's already past 9. So I am gonna need to go ahead and swing by here first. What's the winning number? 2230. And now we must go to Ul'dah. Ul'dah, the shining jewel of Fanland. For there is a side quest available. And for that, we must head to the steps of Nod, I think, right? What is this? Oh, this one leads into Pagelfon. That one leads into Pagelfon. To the Ruby Road Exchange, please. Killer Instinct. There it is. Level 7. Breaking Brick Mountains. Where is the guy? There it is. Havak Alvak. Havak Alvak, an editorialist for the Mithril Eye in Ul'dah, has word of an opportunity for an intrepid adventurer. This quest is available for a limited time only. I am Havak Alvak, a self-styled student of sundry subjects. Though I am best known, perhaps, for putting pen to parchment for a popular paper, the Mithril Eye. In these times of trials and tribulations, a subject of singular strangeness has ensnared my senses, magical monstrosities more commonly known as golems. But I speak now of no common creation of magecraft. No, these shambling servants of stone have no equivalent in all of Eorzea. Should these curious constructions contain ores of extraordinary origin? Well, I can only imagine the influence it might exert over Ul'dah's economy. The Amagina & Sons mineral concern has come to a congruent conclusion, and its superiors seek a savvy adventurer to separate the facts from the fantastic. A representative of Amagina & Sons awaits outside Arzaneth Ossuary. If exploring this enigma seems an entertaining endeavor, then I would wander over before this window of opportunity is wasted. Speak with the beefy businessman. I love the wordplay. This man. Seriously, the guy, the Nitro Eye editors are just, they love their wordplay. A beefy businessman. Hey, don't sneak up on me like that. Are you trying to make me soil my breeches? You here for the job, are you? Well, I hope you got experience dismantling golems. We've been gathering reports of some never-foreseen constructs that begin showing up all over the damn realm. Nary a soul knows what the creatures are made of, so Amagina & Sons means to be the first to take a pickaxe to this mystery motherlode. I need you to get out there, take apart one of them shambling piles of bricks, and bring me back a good-sized chunk of the remaining rubble. What do you say, eh? Will you give it a shot? Good lad. I'll have a nice, refreshing reward for you when you get back. Participate in the fate brick by brick, followed by fate brick by stone brick, or brick by gold brick to obtain a chunk of brickman. Where? Unable to open map at this time. Oh. Remind me, where do I need to be for fate brick and for the fate brick by brick? Run, 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 run. Run, 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 run. Let's see, is it cracked? Is it still D? Judging by the people gathered around here, I'm guessing that's a yes. Will there be brickmen here? Judging by the people. Oh dear God, it's him. Eventually. It just seems to be taking ages for some reason. Alright, Sephiroth. First up, you're in the wrong fucking universe. And there it is! Ba-ba-ba-ba-da. Instantly chained up on, instantly chaining in on a stone brickman. Mission complete. Why is that wall? And I hit the wrong button. Thaumaturge's Guild, please. A beefy businessman. Here's a piece of the brick, man. Don't be shy now, lad. You'll need a bit of pampering from time to time. Okay. Bonjour, bonjour, handsome. Excuse me, but why? No. Well, not hurt, I promise. No thank you. Quiet. We just relax. Why are they French? That's why you say fun with you. No. 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 It's a fucking... The puff puff. Excuse me. Au revoir. Ah, the adventurer! You were triumphant in your tussle against the towering titans, I trust. As it so happens, I've been hired by the Amaginans to craft an account of the aforementioned anomaly. I'd best begin before the focus on these fantastical foes falls out of fashion. My My remuneration is promised to be most refreshing and perhaps a touch risque. I fear I haven't an inkling as to what is implied, but I shall look forward to it nonetheless. Well. That was a quick... That's a quick side quest, done and dusted. It's him. He's breached the veil between worlds and is now running amok in Eorzea. Yep. Senor Otter. I prefer the Senor Otter. Anyway, time to return to the moon. To Sinus Lacrimarum. Spacesuit. Or at least the closest thing to a spacesuit I can craft. At least what I can put together with what I have available. The Watcher would discuss grave matters with you. Before we speak at length, I believe a change of surrounds is in order. I have more than ill tidings to share. You see, I sensed others arriving not long ago. Though my communions with Heidelin have grown infrequent, I have learned enough from her to know these are your comrades. And as luck would have it, they already have reached my abode. Come, let us join them. Xenos escaped to the one place that hasn't been corrupted by capitalism. Space! Thancred? Dare I ask what happened before we arrived? May we presume this being is a native of the moon? Thank goodness you are unharmed. We did what we could to subdue the Tempest before making our way here. Not without casualties, unfortunately. Some few detonated explosives, killing themselves and others. The contingent's healers had their hands full tending to the injured and enthralled when we took our leave. Lest you wonder, Mistress Crow have also been delivered unto their care, serving as conduit for Heidelin's power have taken its toll. But she will recover in due course. As for Alphino and Alize, they insist on remaining in Garlemald while we three rush to your aid. It appears, however, that matters here have already come to a conclusion. But what manner of conclusion, if I might ask? Is this the ally whom Heidelin bade you seek out? He is not unlike the shades of Amarot. Not unlike, perhaps, but not the same. I was created by Heidelin, together with this place. It has ever been my duty to keep visual of her zodiac, or rather, it was my duty. Basically, Fandaniel possessed Zodiac's body, and, well, Zodiac, and I had to kill him. Slayer of gods. This man. Then Zodiac is no more. Mm-hmm. And not without consequence, I am afraid. For now the delicate weave of the star, preserved by his presence, will begin to unravel. If you mean to avert the final days, you shall have need of... Are you alright? My attempts to forestall Zodiac's release have all but exhausted my strength. If you might allow me to rest a short while, I will share with you all I can. Please do. You need not exert yourself on our account. These crystals contain records of your time here, yes? May we peruse them while we wait? By all means. If you would review them chronologically, might I suggest beginning with those on the upper floor? I shall leave that to you, Kinesi. While I see what can be gleaned from the crystals on these lower levels. Sit down in your chair, big man. A moment longer, friend. Pray review the records on the upper floor, and I'll see if there's if there is aught to be learned down here. Meaning, I'm guessing Urian. Nope, Fankred is up there. Fankred is having a honk over here. Zodiac defeated. While he may have been in an incomplete state, that's nevertheless an impressive feat. But even if you hadn't, his demise was inevitable. Fandania would have seen to it one way or another. That said, he probably would have wielded Zodiac's power to wreak untold destruction before taking his own life, making this the better of two unfavorable outcomes. Dost thou suppose our host have maintained his solitary vigil since the very beginning, without rest or relief? If so, these records comprise the sum total of his existence. We must needs handle them with care. As you gaze into the crystal, ancient knowledge of Zodiac flows through your mind. Daily summary. No abnormalities detected. These appear to be the records of a long, lonely vigil on the moon, dating back to the beginning of Zodiac's imprisonment. Right. Now I interact with this one. As you gaze into the crystal, knowledge of past calamities flows through your mind. The records describe how, with each rejoining, Zodiac's thirst for freedom grew, as did the strain on the brands. Maintaining Zodiac's imprisonment appears to tax Heidelin greatly. A warmly glowing crystal. As you gaze into the crystal, knowledge of past rejoinings flows through your mind. The records describe the Watcher's efforts to prepare for in the event Zodiac broke free from his prison. The records go on to describe the maintenance carried out regularly with the Loperates, though it is not clear who or what they are. I'm having a snack. Beastal. Inspect the brightly glowing crystal. As you gaze into the crystal, a record of an unexpected visitor flows through your mind. The records note the Watcher's musings when Elidibus is spotted on the moon, though clearly not for the first time. It is clear that he and his brethren have a keen...
Another anti-matter from the
Action Boston! How you doing? Oh, you were playing Dave the Diver. I'm playing Final Fantasy XIV, progressing MSQ, while also fundraising for Gamers Outreach. The link's in the pinned comment and with a short description. Ah. Anyway, I was about to read this line, but okay, I'll just get started on that. It is clear he and his brethren have a keen interest in freeing Zodiac from his prison, and yet they have made no attempt to destroy the brands. Perhaps they prefer he remain hidden from mortal eyes until the final rejoining. Yeah. Perhaps they realize we would never bring harm to Zodiac, so long as he remains imprisoned. Let's talk to Y'shtola. Yeah, this is my first playthrough of Endwalker. I heard people had beef with Dawn Trail, but I don't see a reason why yet. Did you learn anything of import? So it is as we suspected. Maintaining the brands requires a great deal of her energy and focus, and this cost has grown higher with every rejoining. That would explain why contact with her has become rather infrequent since the 7th Umbral Calamity. I, too, made a rather startling discovery. This heavenly body we know to be the moon was in fact created by Hydaelyn. When the Watcher said he was created together with this place, I thought he only meant this facility. Top. Oh, some tea. Yeah. Lurkers are good, so. Yeah, I'm also doing the voices for the non-voiced cutscenes. Truly, Hydaelyn's powers are far beyond anything I could have imagined. Yep. I will. Thanks. I really needed that. I thank you for affording me this short reprieve.
It is we who should thank you. The records stored here are nothing short of extraordinary.
I will not turn on autoplay because I
There is
need to
much we
dub
could learn of
the
Zodiac
Watcher
and
still.
his imprisonment. But perhaps you could offer us more focused guidance. Pray, tell us of the calamity that came before and comes now again.
Long ago, before the Great Sundering, there was but a single world, Ephyris. One day, from within the earth, a terrible cry issued forth, affecting a profound change in all manner of life. We were not exempt. Our creation magics ran rampant, giving shape and form to thoughts of hopelessness and despair. At first, the phenomenon was limited to a single region, but quickly, so very quickly, it spread and engulfed the whole of the star.
Were the ancients ever able to deduce its source?
They were not, however. However, the convocation struck upon a method to predict where the next corruption would manifest. The etheric energies which flow through all of creation in the form of various currents. The currents which course through the land and seas. Those which flow through the very air. And those of a celestial nature, which encompass both our star and this moon.
Celestial currents. I cannot say I am familiar with the concept.
Nor would I expect you to be. Few scholars of our time knew of their existence. Their invaluable knowledge helped us better understand the nature of the calamity. Like the terrestrial ones of earth and air, the celestial currents form a vast network. But the ethereal distribution is not consistent. The Convocation soon realized that the inciting incidents occurred in regions where the flow was weakest. Correlation without clear cause, ultimately. Nevertheless, on closer study, a stagnancy of ether was observed in nearby currents.
And so they sought a means to harness the forces of darkness, of activity and growth. Thus was Zodiac conceived. No less a power than a god's could set right the laws of nature and quicken the flow of ether within the star.
Precisely. With the advent of Zodiac, our end was averted.
Emmett Selk claimed that those who summoned Hydaelyn did so because they saw Zodiac's power as a threat. Is that true?
Indeed. There was a faction opposed to Zodiac's creation, but their aim was never to unmake him. They understood the continued preservation of the natural order was dependent on his very existence. Until we could identify and address the underlying cause of the final days, he would need remain, for his departure would set in motion those apocalyptic forces once more. Hydaelyn recognized this as well, and so, rather than destroy, she sundered Zodiac, herself, and the star into lesser reflections, that she might confine him in this place. The moon was a prison. And what she told... Then what she told me in the ethereal sea was false. That the two once dwelled as one until Zodiac grew hungry for power, upsetting the balance twixt them. Though not quite a lie, though a rather gross embellishment. But knowing what you know now, you must already realize why she might opt to obfuscate and mislead. Hydaelyn and Zodiac are both constructs of man, approximations of perfection limited by our own imperfections. Zodiac was, without question, the more powerful of the two, having been born from the sacrifice of half Ethereus' population. Thus was it necessary for Hydaelyn to commit herself wholly to his defeat. Still more effort was needed to confine him. Maintaining the brand taxed her greatly. With what power she dared spare, she cried out to any who might listen, and offered her blessing to those who heeded her call. Though it was likely within her power to do so, I believe she did not wish to speak of Ethereus and her history. I know exactly how long the lines are going to be, so I often will just finish before the watcher actually finishes speaking. Like Zodiac, Hydaelyn's purpose is a reflection of her creators'. They wished to look to the future and not linger in a prison of the past.
The Ascians set in motion 7 rejoinings before we came to oppose them. How many more worlds would have been lost had we not placed our faith in her? How many more souls living in the present would have been snuffed out for the sake of those long dead?
Well, in light of recent events, I see no reason to doubt your words. And even if Hydaelyn is not a god in truth, if Minfilia believed that we should trust in her plans, then I choose to do just that. Which brings me to a rather important question. Let's suppose we try but fail to stop this second coming of the final days. Should the source fall, what will become of the other worlds?
The nomenclature is more fitting than you know. Bring ruin to the source, and its reflections will share in its fate. Speak of the devil. Ah, it is ready. This way, if you would be so kind. Hmm? A beautiful sight, is it not?
Yes, but what is it?
Hydaelyn knew better than many that her power was not absolute. Indeed, she has ever struggled to hold Zodiac and his faithful at bay. She feared the worst, so she made preparations. In the event of his demise, there would be a contingency. This moon is more than a prison. It is a vessel capable of bearing the people of Ephyris to safe harbor. You need not go far to find its pilots. In fact, you need not go far to find its pilots. In fact, I should be happy to take you to them and fulfill my final duty as Watcher in the Dark. We will see Benui, I think. Optional dialogue, Y'shtola. It may be true, but others will struggle to believe it. I can scarcely believe it myself. The moon is a ship. Well, now I've heard everything. I should very much like to hear more of this extraordinary story. At long last, the Watcher is ready to fulfill his final duty. The time has come for you to be on your way. The crater at the heart of Mare Lamentorum, where Zodiac was imprisoned, is not so easily traversed. However, let us call upon Argos, the familiar whom you met earlier. he should have no trouble bearing you across. I had to reset my tracker real quick because it gave me a low battery warning for some reason. As Heidelin created me as a jailer, so did she create Argos as the guard. It is his nature to appear when needed, and yet he is nowhere to be found. Strange. Mayhap the imbalancing of ether has affected him. Let us make for the crushing band and attempt to call upon him there. You need to recall the path you walked with Argos before, and you will find your way. If he labors in service to Heidelin's plan, I see no reason as to do what he suggests. Shall we make for this crushing brand then? Brand, that's the numbing brand. That there is the crushing brand. Now I need to dip down here. Vadis Vulneris. 628 north, that's all the way over there. Loving Ways Darlings. Savod Mare Lamentorum. There's the group. Push the button. Thancred? With a little preparation, it might be possible to traverse the gap on foot. Then again, it would be a long way down if one should slip. Perhaps another time. So close and yet so far. Does not the harsh terrain remind you of somewhere we've seen before? The Dravanian Forelands, aye? A place that rejects the intrusion of outsiders. Where solitude reigns supreme. At the very least, it sounds suitable for Zodiac's prison. Naught could prepare me for the boundless beauty of Epheris. Shining, shimmering amidst a sea of stars. A blue sapphire, but one of countless other jewels brimming with life, no doubt. This is the place we seek. It's just ahead at Chlorophosphorus. You see, Argos cannot manifest without sufficient concentrations of ambient ether. You would be hard-pressed to find a greater confluence than inside this cavern. Follow me. Chlorophos. I like doing the optional dialogue as well. This entire cave is fruming with ambient ether. Alas, any further analysis will have to wait. Curious. This place doth call to mind Plaeni, home of the Numo. The guard of Zodiac's prison, eh? Blood-red eyes, slavering maw, built like a behemoth, I'd imagine. Let's hope he's friendly. Actually, you wouldn't be further from the truth. Yes, here will do nicely. The lunar spongoid draw ether from the ground, which is then dispersed in the air. At present, however, the ambient energies are not quite sufficient for Argos to manifest. Might you be willing to help your own to help the spongoid along? Lunar sponge. Lunar sponge. Sponge time. Oh, there he is. Hey there, Argos. Argos manifests in a flash. He seems to be he seems glad to see you again. A most fascinating creation of Heidelin's, would you not agree? Should the need arise, he's even able to create reflections of himself on a whim. Though I assure you it was no reflection which accompanied you earlier to the brand. No, Argos was quite eager to be at your side then, as he is now, it seems. I cannot recall when he last showed such an affinity for anyone. Indeed, I thought him more likely to shy away from you and your companions. Perhaps it was more a sense of duty that compelled him to aid you before. As for your companions... There's Argos. Unexpected, but greatly appreciated. I believe we are all ready. Then let us return outside that you may cross the chasm. Moon. Okay, the Watcher is the one I need to talk to. But first, optional dialogue time. I was expecting something a little more intimidating and less man's best friend. To whom wouldst Heidelin entrust the command of so great a vessel, I wonder? Command of vessel, I wonder. Dalamud has long been described as the loyal hound of Menfina due to its relation to the Greater Moon. It seems highly improbable, if not impossible, for ancient peoples to have known of Argos. But now I wonder if there is some connection. Whether there is some connection. Argos favors you with what could almost be described as a conspiratorial grin. Your destination is the structure there across the Cradle of Darkness. But climb onto Argos' back and he will take care of the rest. Once you arrive, it should not take long to find the ship's crew. The facility is designed to rouse them from their slumber in the event of Zodiac's destruction. Heed their counsel. Together you may guide the star and its people to a kinder fate. This is where we part ways, but know that I shall ever be watching and praying for your success. Worry not for me. Real though I may appear to you and yours, I am but part of this moon, a creation of Hydaelyn, entrusted with the memories of an acquaintance long dead but not forgotten. My charge of Zodiac has ended. But so long as the moon exists, I shall not want for purpose. I shall remain, ever watching, ever praying for your success. Thancred? Okay, that line is unchanged. That line hasn't changed, so I just talked to Y'shtola. Our allies' assurances notwithstanding, we cannot be certain what awaits us on the other side. So perhaps it would be best if we did not all go at once. I propose the two of us cross first, while Thancred and Urianger wait here. Onward! A malefic ether yet permeates from the crater. Remnants of Zodiac, most like. Northern Mare Lamentorum. Just a little further. Y'shtola, doesn't this seem familiar? Y'shtola, doesn't this seem familiar to you? Okay, I'll need to replay this cutscene. The structure is enormous, though that is hardly surprising given the size of the average Amoratine. Apologies for the wait. Apologies for the wait. There we go. Right then, let us head inside and... Oh? Most intriguing. A means by which he conserve energy, perhaps, mayhap. Well, I certainly wouldn't want him to blink out of existence on our account, helpful as he's been. Thank you, Argos. We'll take things from here. If Argos is to remain without, let us not keep him waiting over long. The helmet goes off. One moment, let me just sit and G pose. There we go. That should be good. Since we're all doing neutral poses, we all have neutral poses. Truly a marvel beyond description. Its skills reminiscent of Ummarot, or rather a replica the replica we visited on the first. Eve right down there.
Our moonship pilot should be around here somewhere. Is that
right? Finally! Benoi! So many of them. Oh my. Who is that?
Look lively, everyone. I
I
know.
know.
This 1,243rd inspection is a mite ahead of schedule, but it is of the utmost importance. For Zodiac, alas, is no more. As of now, our mighty moon has a new purpose: to bear the people of Etheris to safety. Our time has come, my friends.
Moon.
We must be swifter than swift. There is much to do before our guests arrive. I expect your workstations to be immaculate. And don't forget to relay our signal to Etheris. Questions? Yes? No? Maybe so? No? Then hop to it!
Proceed! Moon bunnies.
It is a rather curious crew she hath chosen. Their endearing forms intended to ease the passengers' hearts, perhaps.
Perhaps.
We are in space. Hurried! I find Oriande's reasoning somewhat flimsy, but the crew seemed amicable enough. Given the present crisis, Heidelin doubtless sought to facilitate cooperation betwixt pilot and passenger. Indeed, it would require a heart as diamond to raise one's voice in anger to beings possessed of such profound saccharinity. One moment, I need to check something.
Outreach. We believe kids deserve video games inspire joy. They represent an opportunity for us to connect with each other through activity and story. Kids receiving medical treatment often have only a few outlets. With massive support from the gaming community, we have delivered hundreds of go-karts to healthcare facilities around the world, enabling more than 5 million gaming experiences annually. We have shared the gift of play with over 400 hospital partners. We need your help to get there. Together, we can help others level up.
So seeing Master Chief walk through the halls with Gamers Outreach team today was kind of an outer body experience. I mean, I don't know who was more excited, the staff we walked by or the patients that we linked up with.
It was very encouraging to see how impactful games could be for helping people heal, for helping people feel connected, for helping people be in the moment instead of thinking about what they're dealing with, what they're going through.
Just seeing what the power of video games.
And I'm back. A hairy situation. Fankred's dumbfounded expression suggests he is just struggling to comprehend the spectacle he has just witnessed. They must be the Loporrits mentioned in the Watcher's records. Not at all what I expected, but the Watcher did bid us heed their counsel. I assume the one who gave that rousing speech was their leader. Then we might have to ask in order to track them down. Come on then, let us be about it. Space. The Loperates all appear to have set about their tasks. Whether is their leader, I wonder. Mender, Junkmonger. There's Stola, there's Fancred. Let's attune to the Aephorite so I can teleport over here next. This time I need to come here. I only saw them from a distance, but their fur was brown if that had helped at all. Splitting Way. I can hardly believe we'll finally have people here. I just hope we'll be ready for the influx of guests. Crushing Way. Why are you lazing about? We'll never be ready for our guests' arrival if you keep working at that pace. Nothing Way. We're all going to die someday. So what if it happens a little sooner? Recording Way. Oh my, but isn't this exciting? I've never seen one of your kind up close before. Would you mind if I take some measurements of your body? Just for reference, of course. Boosting Way. It is a pleasure to finally meet one of you, sir. I am just pretending this and that for when... preparing this and that for when more of your kind arrives, so you can all feel at home. Where's Harry? Where's Mailing Way? Yes, I will go ahead and repair. Speaking of which, I need to go ahead and upgrade my weapon. Switch out the weapons. Nope, not what I wanted. This and bismuth tankers. There we have Fighting Way, which is far away. Such a fascinating apparatus, though it is hard to believe it could house so many crew members. Even so, there is nothing else here to suggest other types of accommodation. You check? Yeah, we should be able to fit. Maybe not. Maybe for Oriange it would be tight, but all the fun the trainers on Infurious saw all the fun the trainers on Infurious were getting up to, and I thought to myself, hey, I could do that. Moon gems. A chipper loperate. Leader of the crew? Not me, I'm afraid. Singing Way's the name. I'm in charge of the construction and maintenance of the atmospheric circulation system. Only the crispest, cleanest air for the people of Ephyris. And that's a promise. Ensure the temperature is also right. Because this fit is not just for looks. You need help with something? I'm busy assigning duties at the moment. weaving way. What do you think of our clothing? I'll have you know I'm the mastermind behind its design. Well, later? No. Sleeping way, my job is... perhaps I better ask. Let me just compare. Yeah, this is the one. What? Linda? When did you get here? Who let you in? Why wasn't I told? Were you the one giving orders earlier? Me? Oh, yes, of course. As I'm the only one around here capable of doing anything properly, it falls to me to take charge of the others. Well, well. Looks like you beat us here. Your friends, I take it? Is this all of them? At least the ones who are on the moon side. Group composed entirely of children. What must their parents be thinking? This isn't a nursery after all. Perhaps we should build one, or did we build one already? No matter, you needn't worry your pretty little heads. All will be well, I promise. But goodness me, we shouldn't be standing around gawping. I must take you to meet the others. You will take me to your leader. If you could run along back towards the entrance, you'll find a path that leads to the central platform on the upper floor. There's no wrong way to reach it, but it's the large glowing ball at the center. If you should find yourselves lost, I shall gather the others and meet you there. Well then, back to the upper floor it is. A hairy situation. Given this place is safe enough, I can probably swish, swish, swish. This one. Mapping way in a snappy loperate. Visitors at last, welcome! 'Tis astounding how the loperates, despite their diminutive stature, are able to maintain such gargantuan facilities. Given their size, getting from one end of this place to the other must be exhausting. I honestly don't know how they do it. The etheric composition and density of this sphere is quite similar to the crystalline concepts we've seen before. Likely shares their capacity for storing memories and knowledge. Spoken?
Right, of course. Introductions are in order. Ahem. My name is Livingway, and we are the Lotharites, created for the express purpose of commanding this ship and bearing the people of Aetheris to a brave new world. More specifically, I am the one whom she charged with the execution of her most vital plans. You might say I'm her right paw. Livingway's the name, map reader and navigator of the heavens.
Pleasure to meet you.
Pleasure to meet you all, but I'm still trying to make
sense of
this.
Confusion and bewilderment are completely understandable. Fear not, I shall walk you through it. The people of Aetheris, through no fault of your own, I'm sure, set in motion a series of events that, unfortunately, culminated in Zodiac's obliteration. Acutely aware of the imminent crisis, your parents said to you little ones, on ahead while they began the necessary preparations. Still not following? No? Very well, I shall elaborate further.
What preparations?
Here, we have Aetheris, your home, and the moon, where we are now. Without Zodiac around to keep things lively, so to speak, the celestial currents of the star have doubtless begun to degrade. A calamity of apocalyptic proportions will be visited upon Aetheris, bringing an end to all life. Very sad, that.
So too hath the Watcher claimed. By thine unperturbed countenance, I gather this eventuality was anticipated.
The doom and gloom. Oh yes, quite expected.
How so? Do I get a line?
If you will, that Aetheris is a delicious carrot that I've forgotten to eat and left out in the midday sun.
It'll rot.
The most earnest wishes or prayers will not stop it from rotting to the core. So sadly, there's nothing to be done but to abandon said carrot, Aetheris, in case the metaphor is lost on you, to its grisly fate.
And this moon will serve as the vessel to deliver us to a new home.
Just so! We will gather up as many people, supplies, and resources as our stores will hold. And then, once everyone is aboard, it's off to another star. Easier said than done, admittedly, for one does not simply hop from star to star on a whim, which is precisely why we've spent countless years constructing the most propulsive of propulsion systems. We ought to make it to our destination in 2 shakes of a rabbit's tail.
How long is that?
Impressive technology. I dare say it is beyond anything we have ever seen.
No need to shower us with praise. All we've done is faithfully carry out the instructions left to us by Hydaelyn. Back in the old days, when she was still just Venar, she was dedicated to the study of the world and its inner workings.
If so.
And the Watcher, the real one, not the simulacrum you met, was one of her fellow researchers. We and this wondrous vessel masquerading as a moon are products of their knowledge and know-how.
What was the Watcher's name?
There's certainly more to you all than
Meets the eye.
Might I ask where exactly you intend to take us?
Good question.
We identified a few promising candidates for resettlement some time ago, but we cannot guarantee that they are fit for habitation.
So this is a colony
Moreover,
ship.
the ship can only travel in short bursts. We intend to go down our list, hopping from star to star, until we find one suitable for resettlement.
Cosmic exploration, you say?
No need to worry, though. The vessel is being refurbished with accommodation for an extended stay as we speak. While we did have to rely upon outside help to determine what amenities were essential, I dare say we have risen to the challenge.
Oh, really?
Help? From who?
From who?
From you and yours! Who else? Each time we woke to perform regularly scheduled maintenance, we were greeted by the resources you sent us. What better way to learn about preferences and proclivities of our present-day charges?
Uh-oh.
Ah, but you're still adorable little children. Perhaps your elders were responsible for the deliveries.
What deliveries?
I'm not sure what led you to conclude otherwise, but I can assure you that we are all grown men and women. And I very much doubt my elders know this place exists, much less how to send you so much as a starlight missive.
What? Then who in blazes let you on my moon?
Simply put, dealing with a threat.
Heidelin herself led you here.
Yes, you...
You
Yeah.
don't say. Well, that's really not children. Then why are you so small and stunted? Like little baby carrot people.
A lot has changed.
Well, Amarotines were a great deal taller. In the present day, persons of such prodigious size are exceedingly rare.
So, you're saying everyone's not like the Watcher?
Indeed.
Oh, confound it all! Someone could have at least scribbled a note about your profound miniaturization.
That tome in thy possession.
Oh, this? One of the first books sent to us. A compendium of the people of Atheris, with a few blank pages at the back for minor corrections and updates as needed. The sum total of our knowledge of your kind is contained in these pages.
The Encyclopedia Eorzea, you mean?
I thought it was abridged and made small for our benefit, but this isn't a regular-sized book, is it?
Guessing not. It looks like it's a travel edition.
Building Ray, can you hear me? Yes, we're all very busy. Change of plans. I need you to rebuild the domiciles at 1/3 the scale. All of them. Yes, all of them, and but me no buts. See to it with all speed.
Upside, you
Tell us a bit more about your terrestrial collaborators.
Yes, in due time. But first, I'd like to hear more about you, if it's all the same. I'd rather not risk any other complications due to outdated knowledge of our passengers-to-be.
And that's... I feel like that's roughly where I'm gonna wrap it up for today. Tomorrow we'll be doing more of this. Now, let's find someone to raid, shall we? Just saying, the temperature spiked in my room. let's following. I'm gonna go to SummerSlam. Mecha Chameleon. And that's I have an idea. Let's say hello to the field Raffala, who's playing Paper Mario: The Thousand Year Door. See y'all over there. Actually, no, I gotta raid and run because, well, I have something else to do. Good night.